All right, guys, and here we go with another one from Tournament Guidebook with Vishnu Warrior dropping next year sometime. So, but we got like all the videos out, so when the book come out, y'all be able to just go back and forth very easy. All the other stuff that's in the book gonna be fire. Today we're talking about Night on the Rim is Grim. Night on the Rim is Grim, or dim, or whatever you want to call it. But Night on the Rim is Grim. I'm sure you heard it before, right? A Night on the Rim is dim, or a Night on the Rim is Grim. AKA a Night on the Rim is garbage. 1000%. One more time for the people in the back. Garbage. Do not do it, right? Now, when you do, sometimes you can do it. When it does happen, there's exceptions to the rule, right? But when you do put a Night on the Rim, what I like to say, Night on the Rim is Grim, move it back to the center or within the center within 2 moves, right? So maybe write that down, have it something for you can use. When a Night on the Rim is Grim, you got it on the edge of the board. We're going to talk about and look at that game today. Right, within 2 moves, you should move it back to the center, or your position is going to be 1000%. Okay, so let's go. Here we go. Right, this game is from Klaus Bischoff and Christoph. It just looked like that's his name, but I always want to say Christopher, but it's Christoph. Right, so Christoph Singer, and this was back in 2002, and I'm sure they're both GMs. I know Klaus Bischoff is a GM Grandmaster, so this was in 2002. All right, here we go. Right, so we got let me go through the game here. Right, d4, d5, right, a c4 and e6, knight c3, bishop e7. Very easy stuff, right? We got a Queen's Gambit decline, and then you got like the exchange variation, which becomes very drawish, especially after bishop f4, c6, e3. These reputations become very like boring like chess, but it ain't gonna be that boring. Watch this. Bishop f5. Now every time, every opening, all things should be the same when it comes to the first phase of the game. Developing the pieces, get them out, get your pieces off the back rank. Cool, we see that. Bishop f5, knight g to e2. Nothing new here. We just getting pieces off the back rank. Queen b6 hitting b2. Do you let him take this, chat? It's on you. It's on you, chat. What do? Do you let him take this? You're going to let him take it? You're going to try to trap the queen? What you got? What you got? What are you going to do in this position? You defend it? You do. You can let him take that, right? I'm asking you, Curious Chimpanzee. Hey, chat, what you think? You can take that, right, Candy? Bro, I just asked you. Can you take it or not? Are you going to take it or not? Let the queen take. Okay, you can let the queen take. Then b1 says meow. Defend. Knight g3, b3. Nah, says Parker M. Queen b3. Don't let him take. Okay, threaten the bishop. All right. Do not play b3. Do not play b3. Rook b1. Okay. Right. And in fact, you're not letting them take this, guys. Queen d2 is the move, right? The reason being, if queen takes b2, what are you going to play, right? Let's just say we move like h3 or even a3, the classic little queen trap way. You know, queen takes b2, what happens, chat? What you going to do if queen takes b2? I just want to know. Because I'm ready to give some out tonight. I'm ready to give them out. Okay, we got knight a4, rook b1. There it is. Garbage. One for you. Who else said rook b1? Garbage. Yeah, you get one. Garbage. You get one. You get one. Garbage. All y'all get one. If you play rook b1, you're done. The GG, start a new game. The bishop covers. This is why you look at the whole board. Bobby Fischer says we fail to look at the entire board. Always be looking at the whole board. Start a new game. Rook b1, you're done. Not a thing, right? So you can't actually play rook b1, and the queen is not trapped. After a3, queen takes b2, knight a4 for the score. Oh, you thinking you doing so? Okay, I got queen b5 first. And I can also play queen c2 if I wanted to. Not there, that's face blockage. Queen c2, though, works. Queen c2 is absolutely working because it's defended. So you didn't really do anything. The fact you don't let him do it at all. Queen d2 defends b2. Very easy. So knight to f6 with knight e4 intentions. White plays fine gold tripping, right? f3. Wow, he played f3. Oh. Dang. Believe it or not, the man played f3 in his game, stopping e4, but also for my JOBAVA London players, I'm a big fan of that opening, you have like g4s, right? But the knight is on c3. It's sort of like a JOBAVA London, but it's not a JOBAVA London, but it kind of is one. So, you know, I'm actually a big fan of JOBAVA London. So, right, but F3 happened. Okay, after castles. All right, chat, what do you do? What do you do? F3 looks logical, yeah, especially for you, Phantom Mask Cleanser. I suggest we rook b1 while drinking. That's okay. Okay, Hop. You know, hey, you still get one anyway. And I want for you, big fella. It's okay. We are all equally, you know, equally always. You people will get, you know, anytime, any day. It's equal. It's for everyone, anyone. Doesn't matter. So we got knight g3, g4s, knight c1, GM move. Knight c1. The move is actually bishop takes b8. Wow. Oh wow. Wow. Never do this ever. And the only time you do this is if you have a really strong follow-up. Really strong follow-up. And then what I mean by follow-up is like taking and immediately winning a piece. Taking and winning a pawn. Taking and winning something. Not just giving it up for no reason at all. That's actually a very bad move. Right? It depends on what you're doing it for. You have to understand why. The move actually is g4. Very nice. JOBAVA London style. Hitting the bishop on e6. And if bishop g6, then you go full JOBAVA. h4. JOBAVA London. I actually got a video or 2 or 3 actually on that. So make sure you check that on YouTube. But after castles, g4, bishop e6. After the bishop e6 move, there's bishop to g2. And here we go. Here's the start, right? There's the start. Remember, here's the start of knight on the rim is grim. Boom, knight a6. Okay, first off, you know, it looks kind of gross, right? It really does. It really does, but it's not really that bad if we can get the knight active. If we can get it to the center, if we can play knight b4, knight d3, or c2, or anything like that. Cool, it's not that bad yet, but it is on the rim. Now, and within 2 or 3 moves, you should be getting this knight back to the center. White castle's getting the king out the center. Black plays c5, pretty good. If you take, I'm going to take with the knight, most likely. White plays bishop g3. Okay, well, knight d7 isn't good before. It's not that it's not good, but I mean, it's just probably not the best. But it probably is one of the moves, just probably not the best. It's not like a terrible move at all, in fact. And then after bishop g3, c takes d4. C takes d4. You said after knight. Oh, you're talking about instead of knight a6. Oh yeah, knight d7 doesn't seem bad at all. I think the problem that he didn't like is this bishop coming to e6 after, or knight coming to f4, hitting the bishop on e6 after like a bishop g3, knight f4, hitting e6. That could be annoying. After castling bishop h3, g5. I mean, it's just a weak pawn. That could be the answer, but honestly, you know, I don't see much really wrong with the knight b to d7 move. Engine doesn't either. And after knight a6, I mean, they still say it's equal, but he chose to go the a6 route, which I don't know either. Why did he go there? Don't know. So he went knight a6, he castled, got out the way. c5, bishop g3. Here we go. Takes, rook to c8. Right, rook c8 happens, and now it's on you, chat. Look at this position. You know, you did go a little bit wild on the king side. White's a little bit better. You got a few moves, a lot of moves. In fact, what do you do in this position? What's up, Canty? What's up, Zora? What's good? What would you do now? It's on you. What do you do? Look at the whole position. Try to figure it out. Rook c1 from Cash King, something like this. You got g5s. I see some g5s in there. e4. a3 from Contraband. I like a3, but it feels slow, says Mike. Knight e2, reroute. Okay, you got 2 knights. I see what you're saying now. Knight takes e6, knight b5. Knight b5 is a little error. Knight c e2. a3. Here you go, guys. It's actually a3. So great job to you if you said a3, big fella. I see you. It's stopping knight b4. That's all it's doing. Stopping the knight b4 stuff. So black actually goes back. This is how you like read the play. People that play like sports, football, and basketball are read the play. You know, like that's how reading the board is like the same way. You know, always ask, what are they doing? What are they doing? So after a3, knight to b8. He just read the play. Oh, you gonna stop my b4? Which he could have went knight c5, which looks like knight b3 action, but I can play b4. Right, knight c5, b4, like you can't go b3. You literally can't. You can't go b3. Okay, so after a3, there's knight to b8. And then after knight to b8, it's on you, chat. What do you do? What do you do? What are we doing next, chat? Okay, knight b5, f4, rook c1 is natural. Let me see. Knight cd2, rook c1. Yeah, the move here actually was g5. Here we go. Right here. b4 is actually a move as well. And you also have like g5, rook a to c1. This is a move. But g5 I like a lot because it's just time to work. Now, watch this. Watch this. Knight h5. Bro, what? You got two knights? Okay. Okay. Both them knights on the rim like that? Both them knights on the rim like that. Okay. Now, shout out to you. Now, all right. Stalky Muffin, you still here right now? Are you still here right now? I want you to tell me what you think the move is right now. Only Stalky Muffin. Only Stalky Muffin. I had to check and see. What's the move now, Stalky? What's the move now? You ready for this? Well, you ready, Stalky? Tell me what the move is. Come on, Muffin. Tell me what the move is. Knight h5. What happened next? He's hitting the bishop. I'm going to help you out a little bit. He's hitting your bishop. He said b8. That's right. That's right. Okay. That's right. It's actually now. Remember, we talked about this before. There's only rare occasions. Don't do this. But you only do it when you have an excellent follow-up. An excellent follow-up. Right? Bishop takes b8 happened in this position. That's a crazy looking move. Obviously, he's going to take it, but what is the follow-up? What is the follow-up? Follow-up. Great move. Immediately. After I take on b8, I need to act fast. What's the move? I see bishop h4. I see f4. No clue, says Meow. No clue. That's okay. You're going to learn today. Curious chimpanzee with h4. Another one for h4. Bishop h3 is for you, bro. Garbage. You can get 5 of those. And Master Cleansing. You can get one of those every day. You already know. Rook c1, queen e2. Knight b5, f4. Roll Tide, says Mike Hernandez. In fact, you are correct. All the f4s out there, shout out to you. Look at this move. Very strong. Restricting the knight. Now, remember, you thought it was all about the knight on the rim on a6, didn't you? I know you did. You thought it was about that one. Yeah. Yeah. Which it kind of was. But now look at this one. Look at this one. In the same game, you had two knights on the rim. And now they both interrupt. One gone. Garbage. And now the other one is 100%. Garbage. I mean, look at this. Look at this knight. Look at this. You're going to have to play like g6 or something and put the knight back here. Well, let's just see what happens. After f4, black goes queen to d8. Bro, what? In fact, let's look at g6. If g6 happens, he played queen d8, which is 100%. Garbage. But if he plays g6, what would you do in this position, chat? Because the knight is going back to g7. This is the whole idea. What do you do now? Christoph, right, Christoph Singer said he should stick to singing. Pretty nice. I like that. I see some f5s, some more f5s, some more f5s. I actually like f5 a lot, to be honest here. I really like f5. As a human, practical, f5 is the move. They say it's equal here because after takes, you actually can take with the knight. You can take here on d5. You can take this way. Like, this is the best way to play. Yes, play f5. Play f5. Which is strange because he played queen d8. The guy was still strong. He played queen to d8. And then queen e2 happened. f5 didn't even happen, at least not yet. Hitting the knight first. g6. Now f5. And then bishop d7. And now, chat, hold up. It's on you. What you gonna do? What you gonna do, chat? It's on you. Think about this one. Don't mess this up. Bruh. What you gonna do? White to move. He winning, completely winning, crushing, destroying him, get him off the board. This is a family channel. Send a stretcher to his address. We got it on file. It's a wrap. What do you do? We got f6, f6. I see bishop takes d5, e4, knight takes d5, queen takes h5, gross. Knight d5, bishop d5, h4, solid. f6, f6, bishop takes d5, and the pawn. You know what, chat? You're 100% correct. That's good. f6, f6. You're not garbage. f6 is very nice. f6 is very nice. Cutting off the escape route. Where you going? Nowhere. You ain't going nowhere. Bruh. Nowhere. So after f6, bishop got to go somewhere. He goes to d6. He goes to d6. Cool. Real cool. Real cool. Now I'm kind of surprised at this next move, to be honest. I'm really surprised, actually. And it's the #1 move. And I'm really trying to figure out why. I was looking at this for a while, and I'm like, why is this the #1 move? What do you think it is, chat? What do you think the #1 move is right here? And I mean, it tells you how strong Klaus was. Maybe in a over the board game, I might be able to figure this out too of why. But man, I'm just kind of like, bro, he found the #1. Like, this man was really strong, dog. I don't know what he was thinking here or how he found this. I mean, it makes sense, but also this other move makes sense. Let's see what y'all got. Bishop f3, knight b5. Bishop f3, knight d5. Right, rook f3, bishop f3. Bishop f3. Correct, chat, bro. Chat, yes. Bruh. Bishop f3, like it looks correct. But he actually played the #1 move, and I'm not lying here. Rook a to d1. He played this first. Now, I guess what he's saying here, and this is like having a lot of patience in chess, which is really hard to do. Like, this knight is going nowhere, anywhere soon. Like, knight f4, can't do. Knight g7, you can't do. So what he said is rook a to d1. So it makes sense because this knight is going nowhere. So he put another piece in the game. But, I mean, bishop f3 probably is just totally fine, too. Let's actually see. Does the engine change at all? Bishop f3, and weirdly enough, this rook e8 move is like, rook e8 is like fine somehow. Still losing, but like, and now rook a to d1 is just barely slightly worse than rook a d to d1 first. That's kind of just ridiculous. Rook a to d1, you know, just making getting the last piece into the game. Because sometimes you may not have a second chance to do this. This is why it's very important. But rook a to d1, bishop c6, now bishop f3. And then right here, he said, oh, snap, I'm in trouble. What do I even do with my life? This position is 1000%. I don't know what to do. I am so mad. Like, this is, flip the board. Sorry. Look at this. Look at this. What do you do in this position as black? What do you think he played, chat? What do you think he played? And this is why you don't keep your knights on the rim. Look at the knight. The knights on the rim are grim. Disgusting. He did it twice, by the way. Luckily, we put him out his misery with one early on when bishop takes b8. And then the other one, he was like, we ain't about to do it twice. Like, now you just about to, you did this to yourself, right? So, big Réti, right? I feel it. Knight takes f6. He about to play king g9. Big facts. Knight takes f6. Bishop takes h2. Yep, here it is, guys. That's exactly right. He took on f6. And he just said, bro, I'm about to go out. I'm about to go out swinging. Like, it's a wrap. If I'm about to go out, I'm about to go out swinging. So knight takes, g takes, queen takes f2. And man, this is fire. Dang, he's strong. I mean, this guy is strong. Klaus was really, really strong. He found move #1 again. And it's not what you think it is. So actually reroute and think about what you think it is. And then find another move. Because it is white to move here. What do you think now, chat? Bro, this man is just... And it's not by much. But it's the fact that he still found the #1. Like... Dog. Oh, okay, that makes sense. I actually understand it now. It's just working backwards. Working backwards from the position, especially after the move that you think you're about to do. Work backwards. What would he do afterwards? He would probably do this. So let's do that first. And then we're going to do this, right? It reverses the move order in a way. I will play bishop takes d5. I see rook f2, knight d5. Knight takes d5, and Phantom Master Cleanser. I cannot believe I'm saying he got it right, because 1,000% of the time the man is everything he say be. Every time you think of him is just. But at the same time, this is actually the first time, one of the first times he got it right. It is Queen to g2. Queen to g2 is the move, right? Queen to g2 is stopping Queen g5 check first, right? And then you could take on d5, which is a little bit better, but it still kind of hangs this pawn because Queen e5 or something like this, which was played, taking on e3 with check. Chat is on you. We got a few moves left. We got a few moves left. In fact, only two. Only two. And the game ended? I'm sure. That's kind of crazy. Let me actually see why. Yeah, it just like ended. That's kind of strange. But the game just ended. White to move. Rook to d3, rook d to e1 from Rufus. I like those. I like those. This is one where he actually just didn't play the number one move. It's kind of, not that it's hard to find, but it was knight to c2. They just played knight c2. After bishop c5, white played rook e1, and the game ends. I don't know if he like resigned or like what here. Like this is the only PGN that you could find here. But this game's over from here. Like he's actually, oh yeah, that's because this game is ridiculous, right? It should, I don't know why it stopped right here anyway, right? But rook f to e1, like, I don't know. He just resigned. Did he run out of time? But that's the only PGN that you can find on this game, which is really cool. But you get to see how gross this position. He's done a piece, right? Bishop takes d5. I would still play on. I would definitely still play on here. Mustachio, right? It could be anything, right? But this is completely over. Even if you move the, let's say rook e8, right? You can take on d5. And you're just going to go on to win this game. Why? Because we have more material. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 versus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right? So you could go many different ways in this game. But what you want to know here is just the concept from the beginning of the game here is what we're really trying to look at today is putting the knights on the rim. Let's look at this again. All right, everyone had to leave. Right. Yeah, look at this again from not from the beginning, but when he put the knight on the rim the first time, when he could have played knight d7, he chose knight a6. Cool, that's fine, as long as you move it back to the center, right? He played c5, we moved his boy around, rook c8. Okay, brought the knight back because it was on the rim, and it looks, we wasn't doing nothing. Why was it there in the first place? So you wasted time, so you don't want to do that. Perfect. But then g5, you know what? He says, well, I guess it worked the first time. I can get away with it a second time, right? Bruh. Come on, big dog. Not a move. So then he goes here and he takes this one off on b8, right? Takes an f4. Now you're looking crazy. All because you put your knights on the rim. Knights on the rim are grim. That's today's lesson. Hopefully you learned from that. Don't be doing this, or else your game's going to look like this a lot. Now you do have to move them back to the center. In fact, right here after g6, f5, you know, I might need to take this and play knight g7. Oh, and in fact, I can't even do that because my piece is hanging. I mean, this is terrible. Like, where did he go? He went queen d8. Yeah, he had to go g6. No matter what happens next, if f5, oh man, you're still in trouble. Like, this is ugly. But takes. This is the best I can get. I got to bring this back around. This, oh man, this is gross. Knight takes d5 in here. Like, this is just terrible. Like, your position is really bad. All because you put the knight on the rim. Right? Instead of g6, what about f6? But first off, fine gold, straight up tripping. Secondly, with the pawn on f6, chat, can y'all tell me what you're going to do here? Look at it from white's point of view. First off, you're going to get one of these, two of these, three of these. And then the chat going to tell us what to do. What do you do, chat? Very simple. What do you got? What do you got here? What do you got? Come on, don't get this wrong, chat. Don't get this wrong. Don't embarrass yourself right here. Come on, chat. I expect a lot better right now. I expect a lot better. This is like video 61 in this playlist. You better get this right. I'm not playing. I'm not playing. I'm not playing. Queen d3, knight e6, knight a4, knight e6. Okay, there it is. 96, right? 96, yeah. Before I get angry because y'all getting it wrong. So 96, that is correct. Yes, 96, and after queen takes e6, bishop takes d5, and we live get the man off the board. This is absolutely gross. Disgusting. Start a new one. All right, over. Everything is losing, all because, again, your knight is on the rim. Knights on the rim are grim. Be very careful when you're doing that. Hopefully you guys can learn from that and punish people that do it themselves. Hopefully you learned from today's game. Make sure you guys subscribe to the YouTube channel. Love you guys, and I'm gonna see y'all on the next video.